What's up, y'all? DJ Tambe from Ink Master, and I'm gonna be ranking some head tattoos. Let's check them out. There's a lot of great tattoos on here. It's hard to rank them, and it's also hard to tattoo heads. They're like the worst thing, you know? Putting something flat on a basketball is difficult. Fitting certain imagery that you want to create on something spherical, it's one of the most difficult places to create the art for. Maybe not to tattoo, but to create art for something that shape. There's a few really good tattoos on here. Some others need a little help. My least favorite tattoo on here, it's gotta be this head tattoo of kind of like a satanic skull thing done by Eric in season 5.
You're looking at a skull on the top of your head.
Very evil, sick, demonic skull.
Where do you want the tattoo to be?
Right in the back of the head.
Well, the problem is you have a ridge right here.
My canvas has a huge roll in the back of his neck, and that's gonna make it really difficult for me to line up the skull.
So if I could put somehow the bridge of the nose on that.
Placement is everything today. I have to somehow fit the roll into my design.
So are you cool if we do up here, up?
I would like the whole skull.
It's gonna be a lot tougher than I thought.
This guy has a wrinkle on the back of his head and it falls weirdly on the wrinkle. I think better placement would have been a little better. It just needs help. I don't really like realistic eyes in a skull. I think that looks silly sometimes unless it's like just eyeballs in there. You know, if it's got eyelids and it's a skull, it gives me weird vibes, and I'm not really into much satanic stuff, so that kind of turns me off right in the beginning. Just not into it. Number 5 for me is this Tibetan skull on the head by Clean Rock.
Yeah, that tops him up.
Whew, yes it is. Mother. That hurt. No, you're good, man. It's needles, it's gonna hurt.
I'm gonna bring all of my abilities, and I'm gonna stay so focused that there's no stopping me.
For my own personal selfish reasons, I want you to have the best tattoo today.
Hey man, me too. God, I just wanna win.
I like Tibetan skulls and stuff like that. I just think it needs more definition on the planes. It has weird lighting issues for me. It's just lit all over the place, and it has these really weird negatives and stuff, just stuff that I don't like in tattoos. I think it could also be a little bit bigger. I think it fits the head very small. I would like to see it a little larger. Number 4 for me is Joey Hamilton's on season 3.
I want a portrait of my Max Snow leopard gecko on the side of my head.
Snow leopard sounds like a lot of white.
You have any like tough spots? You have your ribs done or?
Yeah, my neck, my knuckles.
I've tattooed heads before, and they definitely said it was a tough spot. So just mentally prepare yourself.
I like the tattoo. I think it has a lot of cool technique in it. It's supposed to look like a realistic lizard sitting on the side of the head. So it's got this cool drop shadow, cool textures, and cool techniques in it. Number 3 on the list for me is Steve Taft from season 10. I think this is totally Steve artwork.
There you go, bro. I'm the OG of Ink Master. I was underestimated all season long. I proved that I'm a fighter. The demon sucks the souls out of people, eats them, wanted to do me.
Hey, King of Horror's gotta do what he's gotta do, man.
I mean, this thing's gonna be sick.
God Christ almighty.
Find your happy spot, man. I want Team Steve to win this clean sweep.
It's got a little too many things going on for me. I would have liked to see just one image just carried throughout the head. Would have been cool. There's a lot of things in there. Is what I don't like about it. But I like it. I think it's got cool textures, and it has that cool Steve Taft vintage vibe for me. Number 2, gonna be Unkindness Art from season 9. I remember this tattoo. It was on season I was on.
I want a mad scientist holding mechanics tools on my head.
On your head?
Yeah.
Your timeline on the head is like half of anything else on your body.
Looking clean.
Cool, thank you.
The second he said his idea, I had a picture in my mind of how I wanted it to look, and that's always a good sign.
So what is that thing again? A rotary?
It's a rotor from a rotary engine.
Gotcha.
Even though we were given really difficult canvases, for the most part, the Alliance is killing it.
Erin Chance is one of my friends. She's an amazing artist. I think this tattoo came out great. It's really cool, and I love little characters like this, and I think they really hit it on this one. My number 1 is Anthony Michael's tattoo from season 10. This was also on my season, and I had to compete against my friend Anthony, which was really difficult.
What I'm envisioning is a Polynesian approach, but also I'm big on portraiture. So on one side, I'd like to apply a portrait of a Maori woman, on the other side, a man.
This is blowing my mind.
I'm taking a huge risk with this design. It's unique, it's powerful, it's completely unexpected, and that right there is what's gonna get me the win. If you never knew what $100,000 looks like, this is what it looks like.
Balance, intention, and unity. You know, I'm not a Polynesian tattooer by any means, but I wanted to pay respects to the culture and to the craft, how tattooing started. With the king's blessing of Polynesia, this is our journey.
I think it was an amazing tattoo. He put a lot of effort into just the story behind the tattoo, whereas me, I was just winging it. I love Anthony's black and gray, so he nailed this one. I think everyone did really well, but yeah, Anthony's my favorite.